Hey, what's up guys? The ranked 23 player in the world has made a massive impact on Clash Royale, making the best mortar miner deck in the game. Miner Poison has finally been fired and replaced by Fireball. Fireball does more damage to towers than Poison, and it dishes out immediate damage, which is especially important if you want to break through buildings so your Goblin Stein can reach tower, or quickly burn up distractions that will be stopping your Cannon Cart or Mortar from locking onto tower and giving you game-winning damage. With the Goblin Stein ability Log and Fireball, you'll exterminate any swarm card. This deck is empowered to use Cannoneer for the best defenses in the game. If you play against a beatdown deck like Golem or Electro Giant or P.E.K.K.A, and you pull their cards to the middle with Cannon Cart or Mortar, they're never breaking through. Especially when you have Goblin Stein on the map, getting a 3-card cycle with Skeletons, Log, and Bats, you'll constantly give back to Mortars and Cannon Carts for the best distractions in the game. While the Cannoneer's high damage devours everything they drop. Let's melt our opponents and assert dominance. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you never miss out on any of the daily videos. And major minor love to everyone that's using credit code SirTag to make all the hyper videos possible. Yo, Mr. Dodds, what's up, dude? So he's giving us the good luck and he's got the lava tower, so I just feel like I need to fireball that thing. Drop a firecracker behind your tower. Give me the fireball value. Okay, that's not what we were looking for. Him dropping an Ice Spirit most likely will connect to the tower if we don't drop that Cannon Cart to soak it up for the squad. So we see Cannon, Ice Spirit, Skeletons. It's reminiscent of a 2.6 Hoggarder deck. I think I've seen this etched into my brain way too many times. Wait, what? Bro's got Earthquake Archer Queen, so I was wrong. Might be Royal Hogs. It could also be a regular Hog Rider deck. I wonder if we can log and disrupt the Queen ability and have it die. Yo, let's go. That was awesome. And he even said well played because he knew that if I didn't drop that log at that timing, he would have gotten a good ability and he would have finessed me. So that would have been a lot more elixir than 2 for me. Anyway, I can fireball here with Skeletons. If you didn't know, you gotta drop the Skeletons if you want to avoid all damage. Ooh, that was close to not taking any damage too. Like I was like, wait, I might have spoke too soon. I did take 0, but I could have taken a piggy touch to the tower. Anyway, I want to go for Mortars up higher. Generally, you could drop them here as well. But higher gives you an opportunity of forcing out extra elixir from the opponent. Also, since we've ideally found a position where he'll kind of go Archer Queen directly into the Goblin Stein, we can drop the Goblin Stein in the back and match that. Also, he has Earthquake, so it's great against our buildings, which kind of hard counter Mortar, but not good against our champions. So we can just do and drop that rather early. He's going to also pop an Evolved Ice Spirit there. It was a smart decision on his end, because otherwise, I mean, his Queen would have been toasted and roasted. He did lose the Queen here, I think. There's no way it's going to get a hit. Yeah, because he popped the invisibility already. If we go in for a Miner, I think we want to go Miner Bats other side, and then maybe go in for dual lane pressure, possibly. We'll see. Play Fireball. Oh, you know what I was thinking? I was thinking that he wouldn't defend that, and he would think that he'd be okay, but yeah, he definitely did not want to do that. He wanted to spend a bit more elixir. We're in a scuff spot. He outplayed me a bit. He's saying good game, so sometimes when you overcommit like us and you go in for Bats Miner and they comfortably clean it up only spending like minimal elixir, while they also go in for extra stuff on the other side and apply pressure at the same time because you're down elixir, you're going to lose the game. But I wonder if we can come back. This guy was pretty confident in himself, so let's see if we can make him feel a little bit worse about his decisions. So we're going to go Mortar here. We've got the Cannon Cart counter pushing. It's going to lock onto the tower. We're back. We're so back. We're back like we never even left. All right, we're going to go for Log, and we're also going to use Skeletons because I don't think he wants to Earthquake or do anything to that. Then we can go Goblin Stein at the bridge. I would advise against doing this, but there's a chance where this does a lot of damage if it locks on a tower since the cannon's out of cycle. So I want to take the opportunity, pop the Goblin Stein ability, and possibly pop the tower here. Man, this is looking so much better. Guys, we actually have a shot. I'm telling you, there's a chance. All right, Fireball. How many piggies do we hit? Not enough. Not near enough. But if we log, yo, he loses the Queen. That's huge. And he Earthquake too. Oh, I wonder if we can go Mortar here. Use the Cannon Cart to soak up the rest of the stuff from the Princess Tower. Miner here. Get him to Earthquake. Have some of the bats lock onto the tower with the Miner tanking. There's a chance we do the dance, guys. The bats are on the tower. The Fireball's coming through. And we get the W. So I played horrendously. Overcommitted on offense. But because we've got Cannon Cart locking onto the tower and the power of the Evolved Mortar, you can always cannonball your way back into the match. And truth be told, I played 2 games earlier today. They were a bit too easy for the video, so I didn't include them, even though we matched into a ranked 500 player earlier than that, because if you've got Cannoneer and Cannon Cart against Rail Giants or win conditions that are tanks, you're gonna bust them down real fast. Anyway, after winning those 3 games in a row, we have found our rank at 5,700 in the world. Okay, so this guy's got the Christmas themed banner, and I'm ready to present him them the best present possible. The mortar on the tower, the gift of giving, hopefully some damage. So he's going to go Skeleton Dragons. We have to shut those down with a Fireball. So one of my favorite plays in the game is if the opponent goes Goblinstein, you can log on Goblin Gangs and like any bait card, but you can Fireball on a Goblinstein if the mortar targets the Doctor. And what happens with this specific deck, you'll Fireball plus Mortar Shot. That will kill the Doctor, and you'll also clip the Goblinstein monster with the Fireball. So you won't have to respond with any extra elixir. You can guarantee that you'll be able to clean it up by using the Fireball and the Cannoneer. The monster will just straight up die. So for 4 elixir plus 4, you're going to be spamming a Mortar and a Fireball. They're going to be spending Goblinstein, which is 5, plus an ability. They're going to be spending 7. You'll get damage on the tower because the mortar will shoot the tower, and you'll only be spending 1 more elixir than them. So one of the best interactions of the game is always Fireball on Goblinsteins. If they pop the ability, go for Goblinstein. They'll get a bad interaction into a Mortar plus Fireball, and you'll get closer to your evolution cycle. So just going to keep that in mind. That is one of my tips of the day with this deck. Even though it didn't work out in this specific match so far, we'll probably get it on a later date. Also, I do want to just go in for a cannon cart here so we can stop that Skeleton Dragon from being a possible problem. Then I'm going to go for skeletons as well so we can soak up some of the damage. Ooh, wow, he actually did that. That's kind of wild. All right, I mean, I guess people do that sometimes. I don't think I have to do anything besides bats. Yeah, we're good. We're chilling. I'm just a little bit scared because I saw a Goblin Curse and I thought that card was extinct. Wait. If we go in for a cannon cart here. Oh my gosh, wait, what? Bro, there's no way you've got Mega Knight cannon cart. What did I just witness? I know it's my destruction, but that was not what I wanted to see, dude. It's crazy. All right, we're going to go for skeletons because I think we might be able to swarm them with the cannon cart protecting us. There's a chance we're able to get some damage, and I think he'll drop a small spell, so let's make a prediction on the small spell and go for our bats. Wait, the skeletons are doing a Congo line around the tower. That's crazy. We are whacking this man with the force of a zap, too. That's awesome. Okay, so in this position, I would actually prefer to go in for a mortar and make sure the Mega Knight doesn't jump, and then Fireball, and then go for a skeleton, so then the Mega Knight doesn't knock back our Goblinstein directly into the tower and loses the game. I hate losing to evolved bombers. So I'm going to go for a log here, likely get a good ability if he drops anything else nearby. But if not, I know for a fact I can Fireball on this Goblin Gang and get some Miner chip, maybe? Ooh, no, nothing. Not a zilch. That's rough, buddy. Okay, 13 seconds remaining. I think Fireball log takes his tower, most likely. So I just need him to go in for a bad Goblin Gang. I have simple needs in life. Go in for your terrible Goblin Gang, my guy. We want to watch your towers die. So I'm going to go for a cannon cart here, make sure the Mega Knight doesn't jump. We're going to go in for a Fireball and win the game, most likely. This should be it. It's overtime, so there's no way you're going to win this one. GG, my dude. What a wild way to end the game with a Fireball burning up this guy's entire existence, cleaning it up so the Miner could clutch up that last hit while a Mega Knight jumps on my tower. To be fair, the guy had no way of stopping the Miner besides Goblin Gang since he already exhausted his Mega Knight and cannon cart at the bridge. But if you're playing against someone with like an Electro Wizard or something that could actually stop your Miner, it's really risky to go in for those last second spell cycles. And we've pushed up to 4,800 in the world. Yo, this guy's ranked 31 and 32 in the world. One of the best players in the game. Let's go. How did we catch you, my guy? That's insane that we're playing against someone of this caliber. I mean, we've won a few games in a row and we've played against some decent players, but playing against someone at this rank is insane. Is he going to try to con me from my towers? Is he going to try to seal the deal and steal from me? What is he going to do? So he seems like a pretty underhanded Sir running a Mother Witch. Definitely a card that is a bit interesting to match into. I don't know what he's going to be playing, but I want to pop a good ability, and that is not going to work out. He is going to go and pull us off to the side. So I think logging here is probably best. We'll see how this goes, but if I'm able to kill the Mother Witch, I will be a happy Sir. I'm going to try to go in for skeletons here as well, and then maybe go in for a Miner on defense just because I don't want that Doctor to lock onto my tower, and the bats would probably just die, so figured might as well try something else. Also, our bats are our only anti-air defense besides running our Goblinstein, so I just didn't know what we were going to get. Wait, we're winning right now, for a little bit at least. And I can Fireball? Yo, let's go. Shutting down the Royal Ghost and Royal Hogs with one fell swoop. That is awesome. So we're matching into someone with a Royal Ghost, a Fisherman, and then also Royal Hogs. It makes me think that there's a giant skeleton ticking in the back of his deck. I don't know if that's going to be the case. Usually this deck does run giant skeleton with Royal Hogs, Mother Witch, Fisherman, that type of stuff, arrows. see if this guy's going to fulfill the prophecy or if he's going to stray in a different direction. So generally, I think it's going to be good for us to try to protect this a little bit. I would like to go in for a Goblin Stein here and then maybe keep our cannon cart alive. We'll see how this goes. We can go in for a monster counter by pulling that to the side so then his fisherman doesn't pull what he wants. And then we can pop a marvelous ability if we can hit everything. Woo, look at that. That is spicy. Yo, yo, yo. Did we outplay you? That's crazy. I don't think I've ever played this well against someone of your caliber, like in a while. We're also going to go for skeletons because they might be able to just outlast the Mother Witch. I wonder if they can reach the tower. If they can, we're going to force arrows, which is awesome. Dude, they're still going. How are they still going? The train of pain. There's no way, dude. What the heck is happening? This game. Make it make sense. Make it make sense, Clash Royale. Make it make sense because we're getting unlimited dollars. Not really. We're also losing our tower. Wait, what is happening? This game is crazy, dude.
Round 1, fight.
All right, well, if we mortar, maybe we're going to be fine. Like, what if we just, like, not lose the tower here? What if we just don't lose the tower here, guys? Just don't lose. That's the name of the game. He's going to have arrows. We have 20 seconds left. If we can go in for Evolved Skeletons plus Cannon. How are the Evolved Skeletons still on the map? Like, actually, this doesn't even make sense. This logistically doesn't make sense. He can't kill the Evolved Skeletons. Yo, the timer is going to save him from an immortal position of pain. This guy would be in an everlasting position of just agony. If he was forced to play the game longer, the skeletons would have never died. That was easily the most ridiculous interaction that I've had all year. Evolved Skeletons and Mother Witch Pigs feed off of each other, constantly giving each other more units so they cheer themselves up and never die. Beating the ranked 32 player in the world that finished over 3,700 medals in a circus-filled match like that one was definitely not on the bingo card this year. And that bounced us up even more ranks to 4,100 in the world. Yo, this guy's got the Wild West banner, and he's also got an Inferno clan, so I wonder if this is gonna heat up real quick. Wonder if this guy is going to be deserting us with no real friends and he's going to be going off into the wilderness alone, like a lone rider with that Dark Prince banner, or if he is, well, I guess it is a lone rider. The Hog Rider didn't have enough support, no Fireball, no Log. I guess this guy likes doing it all himself. It's going to be a 2.6 Hog Rider deck too. Huh. I mean, this is a really good position for us to be in. If the Doctor was able to find its way onto the tower, that would have been magical, but unfortunately for us, the opponent was smart enough to go in for a Log and then push the Doctor to go and target into the cannon. But you might be able to cannonball with a cannon cart real quick and see if we can snipe a musketeer maybe? Nah, not quite. However, we could counter the Ice Spirit with skeletons so then the mortar retargets on something a bit faster. Dang, this guy is quick with his fingers. He is a ferocious individual. However, if I go Goblin Stein, we are piling on the stupid amount of pressure that I have with this deck, and I want to see it work. If I go Bats, we're going to be able to kill the Hog Rider a bit faster. Not going to pop the ability. I'd rather just use our mortar with the Doctor itself. I don't even think that hits tower. It might not. You know, I don't know, so I'm not going to try it. I'm just going to go for the Log instead. Sometimes it's a bit better to be safe rather than sorry if you're matching into a fast cycle deck and you waste 2 elixir and then they go for a Hog Rider and outcycle you, because the thing is, when you go in for a ability, it doesn't get you back quicker to your mortar. It's not like you're cycling a Log. If I'm cycling a Log, it's getting me quicker to the mortar and it counts as a card. When I drop the ability and then my opponent ends up taking a little bit of damage and they get back to a Hog Rider before I'm back to a building and I lose the game, I feel like a fool. So I try not to do that when I'm up. I like staying ahead instead of winding up dead because I'm super greedy. That is one thing that I've learned a lot in Clash Royale when I'm running this deck, or just any deck with Goblin Stein. Also, I think I should have Fireballed that instead of going Goblin Stein in the back. He's probably going to Fireball Log this. Most of the time they do. See if he does or doesn't. Ooh, wait, this is way better Fireball. Oh my gosh, never mind, guys. I cannot believe that I just got that amount of value. That is insane. That is actually ludicrous that he gave me that. Oh, double evolutions from our guy. He has no chill whatsoever. It's like, Jake, I'm ready to traumatize you. All right. I see you. Say less. All right. So I think we need to Fireball this back. We're going to take a tremendous amount of damage. I got to go Bats on the Musketeer as well. So sometimes you just have to accept the fact that your opponent is going to get a good interaction and you just have to soak it up. And I'm like, okay, I'm fine with that. I want to go in for a Goblin Stein at the bridge because I also end up having a pretty good interaction with an Evolved Mortar, and then maybe get a good Fireball on top of this Musketeer as well. We'll see. Or what if I do one of these? What if I do one of these? Is this smart at all? There's no way this is good, right? There's no way it's terrible, though. The Mortar got a shot on the tower. We'll take it. All right, I need to go for a cannon cart here again. We have to fully focus on this defense. I could go for a high cannon. I think that might, or sorry, high mortar, and we might get high cannon. We could also just say hello to value too. What if I miner on these musketeers and I log? If I'm able to get back to a log, I don't think it's that bad. Yo, bro, thought I was going down the tower, so we went for the ice spear in the wrong spot. That's sick. I'm a sinister sir, and we're out here dropping an ability too. We're not able to hit the hog rider with it, so that could have been a lot better, not gonna lie. But the cannoneer is such a goated tower, and I think it does kill the musketeer with no damage, and it does. Awesome.
That's why he's the MVP. That's why he's the GOAT.
All right, we're gonna go cannon cart here, and we're also gonna go for a mortar, and we're gonna predict his cannon. We're gonna go bats on them. I guess there it is. All right, cool. Kind of what we anticipated. Could also go in for a Goblinstein here as well. Definitely want to start fireballing on musketeers whenever I get the opportunity, because that thing is obnoxious. We're going to say sayonara to that high damage per second. Maybe get a good ability, but I don't think so. He's going to go Ice Spirit as well. This guy is very good at the game. Cycling the skeletons there is a bit of a misstep, because now he has no way of catching the miner. So we'll see what happens here. This should be some nice damage. Can also go for an Evolved Mortar on defense. Usually I reluctantly do this, but in this particular position, I think he has to go Hog Rider, so we're just going to Fireball and use the Evolved Mortar and watch as everything crumbles. This is hilarious that these cards are just falling flat. He's getting negative value every time. We can miner here. We can use the cannon cart to tank for our bats. And even though he had the Evolved Cannon and missed the bats, how bewilderingly bad is the Evolved Cannon in certain spots? Like, for a 3 elixir evolution, you missed bats. That's crazy. That card should never have that possibility. It should always give a minimal amount of value, clean up skeletons or bats in its close proximity. I'm sorry to say, dude, my non-evolved cards like Cannon Cart and Goblinstein gave me infinitely more value than your evolved cannon. I feel like we just witnessed that man get scammed live. It's time to make Happy Noob a super sad sir. Our strategy here is to go for skeletons immediately because they're our evolved card of targeting. We want to be cycling that quick. And we also want to go in for a mortar on the right side. Man, it's so frustrating when you look at yourself and you're like, why did I just leap 2 elixir? You look at yourself and you're just like, I'm a disappointment. But it's fine. I think if we fireball, we're able to clean that up without much damage. It probably still gets a charge because Ram Rider does Ram Rider things, but it's not the end of the world. Also, matching into someone that has a doctor at 0 health means one of 2 things. They're going to be insane and they'll pop the ability, or they'll just watch the doctor get popped. Gonna arrows, that was a smart play on his end. We've got skeletons though to distract the rest of this, so we're not going to take any extra damage. So at this point in the game, we have now found our happy place. We have found our shrine, or our temple, if you will. I've identified his deck. I know that it's going to be a Ram Rider cycle deck with a Fly Machine, Evolved Bomber, and all of those shenanigans, or maybe not even Evolved Bomber. I don't know. I didn't see if there was a purple thing that appeared, but we can either go in for a Goblinstein, or we can go in for a Mortar to distract his Ram Rider and slow it down with the stuns. So if I go Mortar, I gotta save my Goblinstein. I also know for a fact that if our Mortar is able to retarget on the Doctor and then we Fireball, he loses the Goblinstein Doctor, so we don't have to worry about that. That was the interaction that I was talking about earlier. Watch how the monster dies, and it's not terrible. It obviously could be better, but we'll take that trade and not be super upset about it. We can also go Bats and then scrummage through and kill that Fly Machine real quick. Definitely will take 1 hit on our tower here, but it's not that big of a deal. The other cool thing that I have in my capabilities is I can go in for a Doctor and Monster paired with an Evolved Mortar and Evolved Skeletons plus Miner on the other side. So we're just going to throw a ton of stuff at this guy at the same time and see how this works out. Because Recruits could be problematic for him because we know the Evolved Skeletons are able to do a lot of work into Recruits without them getting value. So I'm going to go and pop the Evolved Skeletons. Since they do get shots off before the Recruits, the Evolved Skeletons multiply through and they kill it. And then you can go for a Miner. So this is one of those interactions that has got me a lot better at the game. I'm also going to Fireball, hopefully hit a cage too. I was hoping that we'd hit the cage because we're trying to take the right side, so it didn't really matter if I hit the tower or not. I was just trying to get more value. I go Mortar here, and I can go in for some other stuff like a Cannon Cart. We're able to one-shot that, which we will. Then we're also able to kill the Barbarian and force that extra elixir. The one downside is I probably have to go and cycle this Goblinstein, but it's okay because I think if we drop the ability and kill his Doctor with the Fireball and other stuff, we're in a good spot. So, or we could log, and I think that's fine too. We can get a Mortar down here to pull and stop his shenanigans. Maybe even going for a Miner here, and then get Bats down. The cool thing is, remember, the guy's got arrows, so that's his best way of cleaning up the Bats, or going for like a Ram Rider. And either one of those aren't really the best options, so I'm okay with it. I can actually get some Skeletons down here, Miner again, and then have the Mortar retarget on the right side. Maybe even manifest a situation where that Mortar hits the tower if we're lucky. If not, we can comfortably go cannon cart and clean up the rest of his stuff. The only downside about this is I don't know if we're going to get good fireball value or not, or if I got to go in for a mortar to go and pull that back. Ooh, really good fireball value on the right. Thank you, sir. Did not expect you to give me a fly machine like that, because I was able to hit the recruit too. Dang, he's enlisting new value for me. I appreciate that. If I go for a Goblinstein here, we're able to kill the Ram Rider and slow it down. So that's the interaction that we were looking for the entire time. You're able to kill the Ram Rider and keep your Doctor alive and get counter pushed that way. That is how you make your opponent pay. I'm going to pop the ability here because I just want to protect our cannon cart. And also, I didn't think that the thing would die. I didn't expect the bomber to die there. So I was like, yeah, I got to drop the 2 elixir. Wait, are we in a spot where the miner's still alive? How is that miner still alive, bro? Doesn't even make sense. We're going to save the evolved skeletons for a Ram Rider because he's probably going to drop that. And he doesn't have arrows, so we should be good to go. I might just fireball and win the game. Let's go, guys! We defeated Royal Recruits, making the happy noob the saddest sir on the planet. Sadistically stomping my main deck in Clash Royale still makes me happy because I don't want everyone in the game to play it. If the entire world runs Royal Recruits, Clash Royale is going to take a look at the stats and nerf it. Even though this deck's got Cannoneer, which isn't great against bait cards like Royal Recruits, you can drop a cannon cart in the middle to clean up the recruits, use fireballs on fly machines, and outpace them with a super fast cycle of skeletons and bats. While Goblinstein can comfortably clean up an entire side all by itself. Even the best recruits players and decks will be charging out of the game with a loss. Shovel slap the like button, subscribe for more daily content, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your day.